Number 5. After his family meets a tragic fate while on expedition in China and survives a plane crash as a child. Young Danny Rand is adopted by the monks of the mystical lost city of K'un-Lun, where he's taught a magical fighting style. Somehow he bests everyone in order to fight a dragon and become the immortal Iron Fist. He returns to New York City after being presumed dead for 15 years. He must choose between his family's legacy and his duties as the Iron Fist. Danny Rand fights against the criminal element corrupting New York City with his incredible kung fu mastery and ability to summon the awesome power of the fiery Iron Fist. His job is to defend a country that took him in and raised him up from their evil nemesis, the Hand, who fans know from Daredevil are active in New York. Number 4. This Netflix original chronicles the life of one of the darker Marvel characters, the mysterious Jessica Jones. When a tragedy puts an end to her short-lived career as a superhero, Jessica settles in New York City and opens her own detective agency, called Alias Investigations, which seems to be called into cases involving people who have special abilities. Jessica Jones is a hard-drinking private detective who makes her living tracking wayward spouses through the shadows of Hell's Kitchen. Ex-superhero with extraordinary abilities that she's trying to keep under wraps. Suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, Jessica wants to do good, but her primary interest isn't in saving the world, it's saving her apartment and getting through each day. But she's also, and while she sifts through the wreckage of her shattered personal life, she gains strength from her best friend, a powerful employer, and an intriguing bartender with secrets of his own. Number 3. This gritty, action-packed drama follows the evolution of Luke Cage, a man with super strength and unbreakable skin caused by a sabotaged experiment. He got the power by surviving a sabotaged experiment at the hands of a med prison scientist. Wrongfully accused inmate Carl Lucas springs from jail and adopts a new identity, complete with newfound abilities that make him completely indestructible. As Luke Cage, he now has the power to protect his crime-ridden Harlem neighborhood and keep his friends and loved ones safe. But with powerful enemies and political forces at large, he'll have his work cut out for him. After a failed relationship with fellow superhero Jessica Jones, Cage tries to rebuild a quiet life in Harlem, New York, until he is pulled out of the shadows and forced into a battle for his city. Along the way, Cage cannot avoid confronting his past, which he has worked hard to bury. Marvel's Luke Cage is the third show in the Netflix original Defenders series. Number 2. Our hero Matt Murdock and his partner Foggy Nelson are just starting their law practice, and there's a problem: no clients. Somewhat unscrupulous Foggy is not above ambulance chasing, which is how they discover Karen Page, framed for murder and in danger. Meanwhile, the altruistic Murdock, who happens to be a person who's blind, has a side job, fighting crime as his alter ego, Daredevil, by using his incredible hand-to-hand combat skills and ultra-heightened senses. Despite the extrasensory talents developed after his loss of sight, there's a crime syndicate that runs deep through the city's underground. Its orders come from the mysterious, ruthless Kingpin Wilson Fisk. As Daredevil discovers the nefarious ties between city crime and local construction company Union Allied, and later, between an ancient evil and the fellow heroes and villains who pop up in the city, he uncovers even more mysteries that require all his skills as an empathetic lawyer and as the justice-seeking Daredevil. Number 1. In New York City, a big bad is brewing. Somebody's making the ground shake and buildings fall, and has plans for even greater destruction. Could it be the Hand, the shadowy organization that's haunted many of the superheroes who come together in Marvel's The Defenders to fight? Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Iron Fist are all lost in their own troubles as this series begins. Luke, just out of jail, is wrestling with the damage his powerful enemies did to his beloved Harlem. Iron Fist worries he's abandoned his loved ones threatened by the Hand. Jessica is still grappling with her abusive past and complicated present as a reluctant superhero. And Daredevil, now going by his real name Matt Murdock, has left heroics behind and is satisfying his urge to help and protect by doing pro bono legal work. But when a mysterious villainous presence, seemingly directed by secretive and powerful Alexandra, starts threatening the city itself, they're called together to defend the innocent lives under siege. 4 superheroes and vigilantes unite their powers in order to fight the Hand, a supervillain who threatens to destroy New York City.